Good morning, Cochise County, and a heartfelt welcome to all of you. And welcome to the Keeping It Real radio show, brought to you by the Sherry Ethel team, Long Realty Studios, putting the real back into real estate and so much more. I'm Dion Ethel, and I'll be your host today on the Meet Long Realty segment, and I'm joined by some special guests today, Tom and Ann Ronan, a local powerhouse husband and wife team right here in Sierra Vista, Arizona. So welcome, Tom and Ann.
Good morning.
This is Tom. Good morning.
All right. So I've got some questions for you, and before I think we get too far down the road, I'm just going to ask you a little bit about yourself and tell us a little bit about kind of your backgrounds. I want to get into a little bit about who you are before you came into realty.
Okay, I guess I'll start.
Okay.
I wasn't in real estate or anything kind of like that. I was in the fire department. I worked for the Army for 27 years. So I worked in Eastern Oregon on an Army base, and that base was bracked. So I came and needed to find a new job, and that way we came over here to Fort Huachuca. I spent 7 years there and retired from there. And I'll let Ann talk about, how we got here in Sierra Vista and in real estate.
Yeah, what made you choose real estate?
I used to do taxes seasonally.
Okay.
And I was really tired of it. And I really liked our realtors. Alan, Bev Mullman were our realtors. I really liked them.
Sweet people. Long Realty realtors.
I met with Bev and actually Jean DeFrida for lunch one time just to kind of discuss it. At that time, it wasn't going to be a good fit. And then Tom brought it up again a couple years later, and I said, well, if you retire, we'll do it together. So that was kind of how we got started and went to school, and we've been doing real estate ever since.
Awesome.
Yep, I used the last of my leave, and then, she said that I wasn't home half the time, but now we're together all the time, but
All
that's
the time.
okay. We make it work.
Yes, you are together all the time. Coming from a husband and wife team with the Sherry Ethel team, obviously you feel that you're there together a lot.
Yeah, but it's been good.
Yeah. Okay, great. So as we talk about it, actually, we just talked to Casey Woods a little bit, president of the company, and talked a little bit about his personal life, and I kind of want to dive into who you are personally. And so let me ask you, and Ann, I'll ask you first. Ann Ronan, what is something that maybe most people don't know about you?
I really enjoy taking oil painting classes at the Huachuca Art Association. My friend Joanne teaches, and I think it's probably been 2 years now. I think we've been doing that. I really like it. I wish I had more time to paint, honestly.
Yeah. Is it stress reducing?
Yes.
From the real estate world?
From everything. It's
Yeah.
just a good escape.
Awesome.
It's a healthy escape.
Well, that's good. Tom, how about you?
Sometimes it does stress me out because she's a better painter than me, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Because he goes, we do everything together.
And we do it together.
We do everything together.
Wow. Okay.
I know.
So you even do that.
I know she really
hobbies.
enjoys it. So I get frustrated on how to mix the colors anyway.
Yeah.
For me, but something else that we do to release stress, we follow a couple local bands. So, you'll find us Friday nights or maybe Saturday on a couple local bands in town that we just kind of hang out and have a good time.
So you're like local groupies, huh?
Yeah, we're like local groupies of a couple bands. Well, one guy we knew before he was in the band, so we kind of follow him, and another group that we follow also. So you find it.
There's a lot of realtor groupies. You'd be surprised.
Yes, there is. We find other realtors that show up at the same place we're at. Hey.
Well,
but anyway, it's a small town. And something else I just wanted to bring up. On Friday nights, we are involved with Celebrate Recovery, which is obviously a recovery program.
That's great.
And, it's just not for drug and alcohol. It's for many things. It could be people going through a stressful time with their kids, or they lost a loved one, or, a divorce or something like that. And so we're not just, we're participants also. So, because everybody goes through, things in their life where they need, people just to come alongside of them. And we really love helping with that because, I really see that, a lot of people that we've met there have obviously become our friends and like our family.
Our family.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah, it's always good, I think, on these shows, too, to tell people about it because oftentimes you think of people in their job and that role, but you forget that they're people just like everybody else. And even though we're realtors by day and sometimes night,
yes.
we're also, part of the community. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
So you mentioned, Ann, a little bit about how you got into real estate, but how long have you been in real estate now?
We were talking. It's 7 years. Yeah.
Wow.
Time flies.
Yeah.
It's gone by fast.
That's crazy.
Can't believe I've been retired that long.
Right?
Yeah, that's
Semi-retired, right?
yeah.
Yes, of course.
And, how long have you been a Long Realty agent?
7 years.
7 years, so the whole time.
The whole time.
So what made you come to Long?
From my initial meeting with Bev and Ginger Frieda at the time, the training, everything that was offered,
Right.
we just didn't even consider any place else. We just knew we were going to come here.
It's pretty polished. And,
Yeah.
And you guys, I'm assuming you probably had like the academy and
Yep.
you went through all that
Yeah.
as
Yep.
well. So even after you got your license, you went to another academy to
Yep.
get some local Long, training and
Yeah.
and then get all that under your belt. And of course, we always help each other in the office as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Long was good for us being new,
Yeah.
not being in the real estate. I mean, obviously, I think we had a pretty good grasp on stuff, but we didn't know the ins and outs of actually being on the other side, And also, what I wanted to mention too, and now it's talking about Al and Bev, we had some realtors before that I don't feel like we fired them, but it's like,
Well, they've retired now.
yeah,
Right?
yeah. But Bev and Al, they were low key. They weren't, and I think we just kind of feel like that too. We're more low key,
Right.
friendly. We're not, I mean, I'm putting out different fires now. Sometimes there's stuff that needs to be taken care of right away, and it could be stressful for people. But I think we're good at talking people down and saying, hey, we know what's going on now. Now let's make a plan and get it done. So in that way, I think, because you wouldn't think that I had to do with firefighting, but I see it that way. Is
Yeah.
putting out different kinds of.
It's a stressful time.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a stressful time
It
for
can be.
people, and it'd be either moving grandma out of her house and or moving kids around or first time buyers. It's it's really a stressful time for the family, and then everything working out in timely manners. It doesn't always have to. It's an ongoing thing. It's
Right.
That's kind of like let's go to plan two.
Yeah, each situation's different, right? And they're, obviously real estate for most people, that's one of the biggest purchases they'll make in their entire
Absolutely.
life. Even if they make it multiple times, each time it's a pretty big decision, pretty big movement, especially when you're moving. And we've got so many soldiers here
Yes.
and law enforcement officers here and other folks who are kind of move in and out of the area. And that could be a stressful time too.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Good things can be stressful.
Yeah, right. And so that's part of our job, right? To
Yeah.
take the stress out of
Yep.
the equation. And so you guys are a husband and wife team. You talked about it, you joked about it a little bit that you do everything together, including painting, I guess, now. So we know that about you, and I didn't even know about that. So that's kind of interesting. But what does that look like for you guys? What do you like most, I guess, about being a husband and wife team? What's the positives there?
Well, for me, he was in the fire department, so that was a lot of shift work. So
Yeah.
we spent half our married life, I slept home alone.
Oh.
So it was the first year that he slept home every night. It was weird.
Well, now you're realtors and you don't sleep at all, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we
But
make
I honestly, I feel like we're making up for lost time. I love
that's
it.
awesome.
Yeah.
So you got to spend that extra time together.
Yeah. There was an adjustment period, I will be honest. But,
Yeah.
that part of that's just trying to figure out who's going to do what. And
Well, folks, these
how we
guys
work
make it
together.
look easy. So
Yeah.
you guys do. You really do make it look easy. You look like you have fun together. You enjoy being together. Not everybody has that even keel, and you both seem to have it very well. So that's kind of nice. You bring something
Thank
definitely to the team here. So we were talking about what you like, what you don't like. So what about realty in general? What do you like most about it? What really brings you to it?
Well, I think just, you get to meet people and you get to find out about their families and really get to know them. I mean, like I said before, people become our friends. We still hang out with some of our people that we sold houses to, and we've done, all the way from grandma and grandpa to the grandkids,
Right.
find their homes. And so, we feel like it's a family thing. And even in the office in Long Realty, even some of the people in the other offices, because we're out here in Sierra Vista. And but I think that we get support from that too, from everybody. Like you said, everybody's working together.
Right.
We're not available. sometimes we can get somebody to go through an inspection or something. It's not an issue, and so we do try to have a little bit of time together, but we understand. I'm used to not working at 9 to 5, obviously. So weekends, I know people need to go out and see houses, but just time management can be tricky, but we make it work.
Yeah, we actually talked to Casey on a previous edition, and Casey Woods, the president of the company, and talked to him a little bit about that and that teamwork. And I told him that was one of the things that really brought us to it too, was just the amazing accessibility that we have to those folks, and then in the teamwork inside our own brokerage, our own office. You can really, even though we're loosely competitors, we really more compete against ourselves, and we're here to help each other. And so it's a little bit more collaborative than I think you might see in some other places. So we definitely gravitate.
See, I have no idea, but because we've been here at Long.
Yeah.
But it is, we look forward to a meeting. It's our family. We're coming to see our family.
Right.
Our work family.
Right.
Yeah.
So
in talking about, realty and talking about you guys, and, one of the things I want to really touch base on is we want to have you that moment to shine a little bit about personally, like what sets you apart from other realtors. What's different about you?
Well, I kind of mentioned before, I think, we try to keep it low key. We try to not, take on too much at one time. Sometimes, things need to be done, and we do get a little busy with running around here and there. But I think, with Al and Bev, they were kind of the same way. And I think it makes you feel calm, because I've had people that have come to us before, and they say, well, you guys are so easy to work, at a good pace, but they don't feel like they're being pushed to do something, or pushed to maybe make that offer, are pushed to say, well, this is what your house is going to sell for. You need to put this number down. We don't tell people that. We go in there and we just talk to them like they're part of the family, and we give them the information and let them,
right.
So
you're
look
giving
at
them
it
the
all.
facts and letting them kind of sort through it, and then
Right.
helping them through that kind of
we walking them
process.
through it, and with this not high stress, high key, just kind of I think that really makes a difference. If we've had people that have said that, he says, well, this person, said, well, if you don't put this down, you're not going to get the house. And, well, that may be true, but, we can walk through it and make it not stressful.
Sometimes it's the way it's presented. We
I
could say
guess
the
that's
same
true,
thing
too.
that somebody else said, but, in the way you present it to somebody, here, this could happen or this could happen.
Right.
So they have to know what they're going to be good with.
That's true.
Yeah, and we're usually available most, time, even on weekends and even into evenings, if we can.
It's part of the job, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's
not a chore.
It's a season. Each client is like a season that some of them we might not stay close friends forever, but during that season,
Right.
we're connected. So we're going to be working together, and
That's awesome.
We've done everything from watering grass to putting water in a pool to
Right. It's the little things.
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes it's just needed, and not everybody can help themselves.
helping somebody move out of their house because the house already closed and they were elderly, so we helped them pack up their moving truck.
So you heard it here first on Keeping It Real radio show, Meet Long Realty with Tom and Ann Ronan, two great realtors here at the Sierra Vista Long Realty office. I appreciate the time that we spent together, and hope to hear from you again soon.
thank you.
Thank you for the time.
Yeah, we'll definitely do it again. Thanks, Sierra Vista, and thanks, Cochise County. We'll hear you back on Keeping It Real next week. Good morning, Cochise County, and a heartfelt welcome to all of you